Loves, I'm coming to you today to give you 10 tips for my transitioners. This is for people who want to transition from relaxed to natural. Okay, I'm going to keep looking down because I wrote some notes and I don't want to miss anything. You know, these notes to me are very important. Some of y'all might know this, some of you guys may don't, but I know along my journey, this is what helped me the most. Okay, so I'm going to share my wisdom with you. Okay, so tip number one, I would say, if you're trying to grow your hair out and grow it out healthy, I would stop using heat. That to me has helped in my progress the most. Try not to put a lot of color. If you have to, you know, dye your hair, I think I would recommend you guys go with the henna or try a rinse, you know, that doesn't have too many chemicals in it and it washes out. It's better for your hair. Okay, so tip number two would be to try to find styles that are low manipulation, like the twist styles, braid outs, bunning. Bunnings are really good. I would stay away from the weaves because some people, they don't really know how to handle your hair the right way, and you'll have a major step back once you take the weave out. Wigs are okay, you know, just be careful with the clips that you put in on the side because, you know, they can pull your hair out as well. Then my next would be number three. Pick a wash day that you're going to stick with. You know, make it a routine. Maybe every Sunday if you're sitting home after church, whatever you're doing, or Saturday before church, I don't know. And make that day be the day that you wash your hair, condition your hair, put a style in for the week or whatnot. Okay? Tip number four would be trim. Trimming is really important for somebody who's trying to transition into natural because I didn't want a big chop. I have long hair. I like my long hair. I'm trying to grow my hair to waist length. You know, this is my personal journey. But trimming as needed, I wouldn't do it every 6 weeks, every 8 weeks. Your hair will tell you, you know. But eventually you're going to come into an area called the line of demarcation, and that's where your relaxer meets your natural hair. And your hair is going to break off if you're not taking care of it properly because it's just weak. That's a really a major problem. So my best bet, just, you know, cut it as needed, cut it as often, and that way you'll become a natural sooner than later without doing a big chop because it's not for everybody. I couldn't do it. Okay, tip number five would be to finger detangle. Finger detangle only on wash days when you have a lot of conditioner in your hair. And, you know, the combs are bad. They just break your hair off. But if you have to use a comb, I would recommend you to do a wide tooth comb. Or if you're going to use a brush, do a Denman brush. But take every row out of the Denman brush. It's safer on your hair. You know, just try to be as gentle as you can. Because your fingers are not your friend when it comes to your hair journey. Nor are combs, you know. So, keep them away. Tip number 6, beware of the products that you are putting in your hair. Okay, I would recommend for you guys to stay away from the chemicals. Chemicals are relaxers, but chemicals are also in the products that you're using. Try not to use any silicones. Try not to use any sulfates. No mineral oil, things like that. Read your ingredients in your products. It is so important to understand what's going on in your hair. If my recommendation to you is, if you can't pronounce the word, you don't want it. Put it back on the shelf. Let somebody else who's ignorant and has a lack of knowledge, let them do that. But it's up to you to be your own, you know, your own guide. Tip number 7 would be, don't be a product junkie, please. When I first started in my journey, I was searching and doing so much research that everything somebody, you know, recommended, I brought. Now I'm stuck with a whole bunch of products. I'm giving them away, you know. Try to create a regimen. Something small, something for your shampoos, your conditioners, your moisturizers, your oils. That's like 5 things. Stick with something small so that way you can listen to your hair. It can tell you if it likes the product or not. If you have a whole bunch of products and you're putting it on your hair and your hair's breaking off or your hair's feeling dry, you're not going to know which one is causing it because you've created a disaster. You've created your own chemical because it's all types of things mixing together. and your hair is just overloaded. Stick to something small, stick to something natural, and let your hair guide you. You know, when you put something on, if it feels dry, you don't like it, it's telling you take it out, give it away, throw it away. I know it's money, but try to go cheap. Don't try to do like Miss Jessie, who costs $30, and then you realize that you don't like this product or your hair don't like this product, and nobody else is a natural. They don't want to use it because they're relaxed, you know. You're out of $30. I would recommend Shea Moistures, one of the best line, and Cantu Shea Butter for Naturals. That's my favorite. But I'll do another video on all the products that I'm using for the winter and my winter regimen, and that would be in there. So tip number 8 would be my favorite. That is to deep condition. When you are a transitioner, that can save your hair. It is the best thing. Your hair needs moisture, you know. And deep conditioning weekly with something good that you like. When you find something, stick to it, but make sure that you are doing it consistently, because that's going to keep your hair at its healthy state. Okay, so tip number 9 kind of fits in with tip number 8 with the moisture, the deep conditioning. I would recommend you guys to do a protein treatment at least 1 to 3 months in between. When it comes to protein, your hair needs, I say 90% moisture, 10% protein. Too much protein will break your hair off. It's gonna be a key to keeping your hair strong, to making your hair grow faster. You know, I'm not a professional, but these are the things that have worked for me. You know, I've listened to my hair, I've learned my hair, I became my hair's new best friend. I noticed immediately what my hair likes, what it doesn't like. I haven't did a big chop yet, and it's just growing. It's growing. It's growing at a rate that I have never seen it grow before, and I think this is because I'm not relaxing, I'm not putting heat, I'm deep conditioning, I'm doing everything possible to help me along this journey. Because I'm not only going to transition from relaxed to natural, I'm also trying to grow it to waist length, which is something I have never ever accomplished. But it's almost there. I can say maybe another year and a half, it's gonna be there. Okay, so my last tip for today would be patience. Sorry, y'all. It's not the greatest tip, but it is the greatest tip. You have to have patience on this journey. At this journey, it's like learning yourself all over again. You're gonna learn your hair. Other people, you know, embrace your hair. Embrace what God gave you, because, you know yourself. If you don't know you, who else is gonna know you? You know, patience is the key to this journey. You're gonna get frustrated. You're gonna want to look at other people and idolize their hair and hope your curl patterns come out like that, and that might not be the case. But you're just gonna have to embrace what you got, be patient with what you got, and figure out, you know, what your hair, what you like, what you don't like, the length that you want it. If you want a big chop, don't let anybody pressure you into it. Take your time. You know, embrace it, learn it, love yourself, do you. But these are my 10 tips for transitioners. I hope that this helps anybody. Please rate, share, subscribe, comment. You know, let me know if anything that I didn't say that you found in your journey that can help me, because, you know, I'm a teacher, but I'm also a learner, you know. But I love y'all until next time, okay? Bye, loves.